Hello YouTube, I'm back. New camera. We're going to try this camera, see if the audio quality is any better. Same location, down here in the basement. Hoping to do the next one outside as spring comes along, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm being held hostage in some dark basement location. So I'm almost 2 months out. 2 months and Tuesday it will be, I guess. The vitals, I'm at 265, so I'm down even a little bit from where I was 3 weeks ago. I think I'm averaging about 3 pounds a week, ballpark loss. I'm down 36 and a half-ish from surgery date, which is great. Surgery January 8th. I'm down 80 plus, 83, 85 from my start of this process in 2012. And I'm feeling great. I was hoping to have some big news on the weight loss front by the time of this video, which is kind of why it was so delayed, but whatever. Next video, I'll probably have some big news, breaking a milestone. So things are going fine. I'm going to be doing a second video after this one that will be kind of a reality check. Not that these videos haven't been upfront and candid, but the next video is going to talk pretty much exclusively about the things that are not great about the surgery. Things you have to learn to adjust with in your life afterwards. I've sprinkled it here and there in these videos, but the more I read online, the more I think that, I think some people just need a reality check of what they're getting into, and I'm hoping the second video I'm going to shoot in a little while, we'll talk about the negative. Not to say that I'm at all unhappy I did it. I'm thrilled I did it. It's the best decision of my life, really. But I want to make sure that I capture all the complications that you deal with. I want to capture all the complexities of this new life in this second video. So that one might be a little bit of a downer, although I'll try not to make it one. But right now, progress-wise, things are going absolutely great. I can see the difference. I think I said in the last video I couldn't really see the difference. I can see the difference, definitely. Even the other day in the men's room at work, I stopped for a second, looked at the mirror, and I was like, wow. It's a different me. I mean, I just looked different. I can see it in the last video, even when I compare it to my very first video. It's been a big change. It really has, and it's a noticeable change. It's a change for the better, and I really cannot complain at all about the decision to do it or the life afterwards. So I'm basically been released to the wild. Now I can eat pretty much whatever I want. Haven't found anything that doesn't really agree with me. I've tried full hamburgers. I've tried a little bit of sausage, even fine. Almonds, walnuts, nuts are fine. I actually found beef jerky is fine. It seems like it would be counterintuitive. It seems it would be hard to chew and everything. And it's chewy. You have to break it down. But a great source of protein. I think 1 ounce has somewhere around 15 grams of protein, which is awesome. I have to get 70 to 80 in a day, so 15 from 1 ounce of jerky, and you really can't beat that out of beef jerky. So it works out well for everyone. Maybe not the cow. But jerky's been fine. I've been having chicken, fish, chicken salad. We had Chinese food the other night. I got the sauce on the side, got steamed chicken and steamed broccoli. Mostly still focusing on getting the protein in. Got to get that meat in regularly, or protein source. And then if I have room, I can have a little vegetable, a little bit of fruit. I'm going to have some fruit, some whole fruit for the first time this weekend. I got a couple Granny Smith apples, and I'm looking forward to that because I really haven't had fruit besides applesauce in a while, and I like fruit a lot. Have not eaten a lot of vegetables. I really don't have a lot of room after I have 3 ounces or 4 ounces of protein to have many vegetables. I did have some broccoli, some really steamed broccoli from the Chinese food place, which went down fine. We had some frozen Brussels sprouts the other night. Those went down fine, no problems. I had probably 4 or 5 after I had some of the chicken from the Chinese food. Fish goes down really well. I've had salmon, I've had tuna steak, I've had tuna fish, baked cod, cooked salmon. So the fish part is fine. The only part that I've had, not even problems, it's not the right word, but steak. I cooked a steak last week, a 3 ounce eye round. So very lean, very small piece of pure protein, essentially, no real fat on it. That took a while to get down. To chew, tiny bites, chewed a lot, had to really mush it. that took a while, and it felt denser going down, which is pretty much what everyone has said to me would be the case. Pork chop had last night, boneless pork chop, 3-ounce boneless pork chop. Tasted great. The same kind of issue though, like just very dense moving down the pipe and through the plumbing. So really can't say I'm feeling restricted by anything in the diet. It's been nice just being able to have whatever. I really like nuts and almonds, so I got a little thing of almonds, those little 100-calorie packs. I've been having those. Got a little jar of almonds too, a little canister of almonds, and those have been great. So really, this is new life, and I'm finding that I can pretty much tolerate anything, just small portions, chew, small bites. Meals are taking me 20 minutes. I should take longer in dinner. It's ridiculous having a 3-ounce steak over the period of half an hour, but that's kind of what I have to do. I had egg sandwich this morning on a great product recipe that I'll post in the links called Cloud Bread. It's basically a bread substitute made with egg and cream cheese. It doesn't taste like bread, but it has sort of the texture of bread, and it's really good. You can put a hamburger on it, which is what I did a couple weeks ago, or you can use it for an egg sandwich like I did this morning. So I had that with I had 2 pieces of that cloud bread with scrambled egg, 1 scrambled egg, and some Laughing Cow cheese on top for breakfast. It was awesome. It took me about 15 minutes to eat that. Probably could have done it a little slower, could have done it a little faster, but 15 minutes felt about right. The process is I take a bite, I chew it to mush, I swallow it, kind of see how it reacts, 30 seconds or so, and then I take another bite. So it does take a lot longer than I'm used to for meals, which is kind of frustrating in some points because I'm a very fast eater. But I have slowed down because of this, there's no doubt about it. My calorie range right now really isn't on the top of my mind. Right now, top of my mind is getting my fluids in, drinking my water, 8 to 10 glasses of fluid a day. And then more importantly is the protein, somewhere 70 to 80 grams of protein a day. I still have to do 1 shake a day to get it in, essentially. I do a shake in the morning or a shake in the afternoon. I've got a couple different flavors, and I just try to mix it up a little bit. I found a sugar-free syrup that's really good, Torani sugar-free syrup. They've got chocolate and hazelnut and vanilla. It kind of mixes it up a little bit, along with the extract I mentioned the last time. So that way you're not bored with the shakes that you have to drink. They're not great, but when you mix up the flavors, they're not terrible. So I still have to do 1 of those. I've been making a smaller and smaller one every day because I don't need to get the majority of my protein from those shakes anymore. So exercise has been going fine too. I've been using the elliptical for 20, 25 minutes, probably 4 times a week. Probably not enough. I probably need to do more. I'm hoping when the weather clears, right now it's kind of cold and snowy, I'm hoping I can get out and do more walking. I really like walking. And I did sign up for that 5K. I signed up for the Hartford Marathon 5K in the fall. So that's cool. And I'm looking forward to doing that. My son's going to do it with me, which is great. He's never done one either, so it's going to be a great experience. And I don't mind the exercise. Put some music on, zone out for a little bit, and before you know, 20 minutes are gone, 25 minutes are gone. Hardest part is the first 5 minutes, or just getting motivated to do it. So some of the tips and tricks I want to pass along this time, I mentioned the cloud bread, I mentioned the Torani sugar-free syrup. Another one is something called Shelly's Ricotta Bake, and I'm going to post a recipe for that too. I'm not a huge pasta person. I wasn't really even in previous life, but I do like Italian food, and this is a kind of like lasagna without the noodles, and it tastes really good. I'll post the recipe link in the comments. Good source of protein. It's got cheese in it, and tastes like an Italian dish. You can have it as a side. So I've had that a few times, made it a few times. The cloud bread is very easy to make. The recipe seems more complex than it really is. I made it 4 or 5 times now, and comes out great every time. So I'll definitely post those as tips in the comments. I've had just a slew of non-scale victories. I mean, it's just been crazy. I mean, getting comments all the time about, wow, you look great. Wow, you look thin. Oh my God, you lost weight. So those have been awesome. Pants is another non-scale victory. I'm down to a 44. At my peak in 2000, I was a 56. I'm a 44 waist now. I went into Big and Tall. I got some clothes for Christmas that were bought at a Big and Tall, and I went into Big and Tall, even though I swore I would never do that again, to return them and to get something else maybe, because I couldn't get cash back, so I get a store credit. And I was pleased to find that their pant sizes only go down to 42, so I'm at a 44 now. So I'm pretty close to not even being able to shop there if I want to, which is awesome. But, 42, I'm throwing away just a ton of clothes, giving them to Goodwill. Still don't have a suit that fits, still don't have a jacket that fits. I'm not in any rush to go get either one of those things. I want to get down a little bit more, and then I'll start shopping around. Had a great non-scale victory this week in my mind. I went out to lunch with a coworker who's very, very tall. He's my height, he's 6'6". And I've always perceived him as being very slim, almost like basketball player slim. And he commented on my weight, said, you look like you lost a lot of weight, and I had. Incidentally, we went out for lunch, and I wouldn't categorize him as a big eater, but he had a sandwich and a cup of soup, and I got a quarter pound of chicken salad and couldn't finish it, so it was kind of funny. It took 25 minutes to get the chicken salad down. That was crazy. Anyway, so we're talking about weight, and he tells me how much he weighs. And it's just a little bit less than I am now. And I've always perceived this guy as being this really tall, lanky guy. And I'm not lanky by any vague stretch of the imagination, definitely not. But it was kind of cool to think, oh, I'm 10 or 15 pounds from this guy, and my perception of him is that he's so slim. So, really, progress has been going fine, sleeping fine, feeling fine, a little bit of a head cold now, but unrelated to surgery, obviously. I do have some things I've learned to live with related to the surgery, and I'm going to talk about those in the other video. Don't regret doing it for a minute, though, and don't take any of that as a sign that, oh my gosh, look what he got himself into. Although I do think that occasionally. The one thing I will sort of talk about now, and I'll also address it in the other video, is hunger. Really not hungry. Physically not hungry. I wake up, I had a test yesterday, a medical test, and I couldn't eat when I got up, couldn't eat or drink for 4 hours before my appointment was 8 in the morning. So I woke up, the last thing I'd eaten the night before was, that was the night we had chicken. I had 3 ounces of chicken at probably 6 o'clock at night. May have had a sugar-free popsicle or something afterwards, I don't recall, but nothing serious after 6 o'clock. I woke up, I had the test took an hour and a half. I didn't get home and eat anything until 10 o'clock. Really wasn't hungry. How weird is that? It's just a strange dynamic to not be physically hungry. I enjoy food, just not physically hungry. I am finding, however, though, that I am getting a little bit of head hunger back. A little bit of craving hunger. I had a bad day at work this week and hit the jerky a little bit too hard. That's a funny phrase, hit the jerky. But anyway, I opened up the bag of jerky and had probably 2 servings instead of 1. Shouldn't have done that. Head got away with me. Not a positive sign, because that head hunger is what kills you in diets. But however, I have found that I can isolate it and in general kill it easier. The weird thing too is the head hunger is not for carbs or not for the forbidden food at all. It's really for the food I can have, like craving a piece of cheese or protein, which is weird because I'm not getting really any carbs in, or very few carbs. And you'd think I would be craving that, but not really. Cupcakes, pasta, rice, none of that stuff appeals to me. I do have a craving for some sushi though, not the rice part, but just the fish and the vegetable part. So that's where I am right now. Things are good. I will probably do a monthly video at this point on, unless something comes up sooner. Although I'll probably do one in a week or so after I break this little hurdle that I was hoping to break by this point. So all's good. All's good. All's well. I will post another video when I can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And the next video will be about some of the downsides of the surgery. But things are looking up right now, and I'm pretty happy about that. So take care.